Hello, I'm Nancy O'Neill. A preview of the 18th Annual Sarasota Film Festival, a special prom night, a whiskey obsession, and the Mark Wendell Foundation. All next on Suncoast FYI. Thanks for joining us today on Suncoast FYI. I'm Nancy O'Neill. Do you have a whiskey obsession? The three-day event is one of the largest whiskey festivals in the U.S. and features a dance party, interactive panel discussions, master classes, VIP pours, on-site package sales, and cigar pairing, all culminating in a grand tasting with 250 whiskeys. And here to tell us more is Turner Moore, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So I'd really like to know, what is the Whiskey Obsession Festival and how did it all come about and how are you involved?
Well, I had been a whiskey fan for years, and I realized in Sarasota we've got some great wine events like Forks and Corks and the Florida Wine Fest and Auction and the Ringling Wine Walk and so forth. So I got the idea to put together a whiskey festival. And I approached Phil Mancini at Michael's, and I was thinking, give me about a year and a half to get it together. And he said, let's do it in 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
And that was 4 years ago. So the first one was a success. We had 27 vendor tables. This year we'll have 52. So we've doubled the number of vendors. And we're actually up to about 285 different pours.
Wow. Wow. So how many from all over the world, right? I mean, your vendors are from all over the world.
About 7 countries. We've got whiskey from Ireland, Scotland, Japan, France, obviously the United States, Canada.
Okay. Now, who should attend? Everybody should, but who should attend this event, and what will they be experiencing when they do that?
Right. Well, it's 3 nights. So the first night is a dance party at the Gator Club, and we're looking to attract a younger crowd who may not really be big whiskey fans yet. We've got a great chill wave musical artist named Brother Tiger who's coming in. Thursday is for real whiskey geeks. It's a 3-hour sit-down interactive class, panel discussion. Our panelists include 4 distillers and 4 ambassadors presenting 16 whiskeys. It's a unique event in the country. And then Friday is a much more casual walk around. You get one of our great little branded glasses here, and you get a glass when you come in, and you can sample as much as your good judgment will let you sample from all our 52 vendors.
Now, are there different ranges of price tickets, or are they all included? Is the ticket pricing all inclusive for those 3 days?
Good question. So Wednesday's just $10, Thursday's $45, and for the main event, Friday, a companion can come in for $45. That includes wine and food, not whiskey. Whiskey, general admission is $95, and VIP is $195.
And you've added some things this year, so you have different events or seminars or programs?
Well, the dance party's new this year. And at the main event, we've added some barrel-aged beers from Tampa's Coppertail Brewing, and I think that's a great matchup. A lot of craft beer lovers like whiskey and vice versa, so the barrel-aged beers are fun. We'll have 5 or 6 cocktails instead of just neat whiskey, so we've added that this year. And we've continued to bring back the things that people like. Okay,
and you'll also have cigar aficionados there as well?
Exactly. Our Beam Suntory ambassador is going to pair 2 whiskeys with cigars that are brought down from the Cigar Castle in Tampa, and they're Monte Cristo cigars. And this has been our most popular class every year. We can seat about 35, but usually about 50 or 60 kind of crowd into the outdoor space. It's an outdoor area for that. So
great. Well, there's so much to learn, and I personally would like to know more about it because I've not been that familiar with whiskey. So can you tell me and our guests where they can go to find out more information about how to get your tickets?
Absolutely. So whiskeyobsessionfestival.com, or feel free to call me. It's 941-400-9889.
Great. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Coming up on Suncoast FYI, the Mark Wendell Foundation and the effort to help children in grief. We'll have the details right after the break, so please stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. The Comfort Zone Camp has partnered with the Mark Wendell Foundation to create a specialized program for children and teens who have experienced a death of a parent, sibling, or guardian. Please welcome Melissa Wendell and Kim Mealy. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
I know
we really appreciate
a
it.
very personal foundation for both of you. And can you tell us a little bit, please, about how it started, Melissa?
Absolutely, thank you. And thank you for having us on so that we can be able to really talk about connecting kids in the community. Back in 1980, my sister passed away from bone cancer. And I was 12 years old. And I really learned through, my parents were wonderful, my sibling was wonderful, but I couldn't connect with anybody. I didn't really know what to do or how to do it. And so I really knew at a young age that I wanted to find a way to connect other kids that kind of knew what I was going through, because nothing tastes the same. Fast forward, years later, I'm married, a year married, and 9 months pregnant with our daughter. And my husband and my brother left our home to go get a quick bite to eat. And unfortunately, on their way home, they were somebody ran a red light, and unfortunately took my husband's life and changed the course of my unborn daughter's life, and forever. Because now she would never know who her father was. And even though it had just happened, I was 9 months pregnant, and I stood at that intersection, and it's something you never want to experience. I knew that I had to wrap myself in a bubble, and I knew that I wanted to be in a place of where I could, right there at that moment, I could teach my daughter, who was 2 weeks from being born, love and life, and who her father was in this lifetime. And I was able to, even though my husband had already passed, to tell him that I would raise our daughter to be a happy baby, and that she would be born into love and light, and not negativity and not tragedy. And I knew right away that I wanted to start a foundation that would honor him, but also show my daughter who Mark was in this lifetime. And so the Mark Wendell Foundation was born right there in 2003.
And how did you become involved with the foundation?
Well, unfortunately, my husband passed away suddenly in July of 2014, and you just don't know what to do. You're in a state of shock. My children were 10 and 4 at the time, and it was unexpected. I spoke to him that morning, and 5 hours later, I had a telephone call that my husband has passed. And you're just devastated and lost, and don't know what to do. And a friend of mine, a dear friend, said, you really should sit down with Melissa. She's a wonderful person. She has this foundation that she's doing, and I think she'd be a big help to you. And Melissa and I had coffee, and I just said, what can I do? Where can I help? Because that's what I needed, because that's how I felt for my boys, too. Right. I wanted to honor Mike, but I wanted to make sure that they saw Mommy living and Mommy moving forward. Right. And, years ago when somebody passed, I remember as a child, you don't talk about it. And the pictures come down, and grief is very personal, and people don't want to, don't know what to say, don't know how to. So I just felt like, no, I want my boys to talk about their dad. I want to let them talk that they're sad and that Mommy is sad, but also life is amazing, and we will go on. Right. But I truly feel you have to face your grief to get through it, and you never get over it. You just adapt. Right. And so when Melissa and I were talking, and she was talking about this foundation and the children, and I said, I have to get involved. Selfishly, it's really helped me to heal, but also for my children to meet other kids that have lost a parent or a guardian or sibling, and they get it. Like Melissa said, when her sister died, you just feel like this outcast. And I kind of did too when Mike passed away. I mean, I was mid-40s, and that usually doesn't happen, and a lot of my friends' husbands are alive, and you just kind of feel like, where do I fit in now? So this has been such a gift to me, so that's why.
Well, I know that in addition to the foundation, you're going to have this Comfort Zone camp for the children.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Absolutely. We've partnered with Comfort Zone Camp, who's the #1 grief camp in the country, and they have a wonderful camp model for kids ages 5 to 18. And so in our community, we already had a one-day camp back in October of 2003. October of 2015. And the remarkable thing about that is it's the first ever one that we have had in Florida. Okay. And normally they may have 10 or 11 kids show up, and we actually had 32 kids show up. And so moving forward, we have September 16th through the 18th. Okay. We have another camp coming to our area, and we already overnight, when we opened the camp up, we had 18 kids within 2 hours sign up for that camp. So it's connecting these kiddos in the community and teaching them that they're not alone.
Thank you.
And there's no charge. That's the one thing. These children, there's no charge for them to come to this camp. Okay. So it's free. So for them to come and to connect, and it's exciting for them to meet other kids. But also, it's not always sad. Right. There's a lot of happy moments in the camp. When you say grief camp, sometimes people look at it like, but it's a joy too, because they work through some things.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I know that you have needs that you would like our viewers to know about, so where can they go to find out more information and how to do that?
They can go to the markwandofoundation.org. It's the markwandofoundation.org. And we just want to teach kids how to survive in life, not to just survive in life, but to thrive in life.
But to go on.
Yeah, but to go on and be happy, healthy, optimistic people.
You.
So thank you so much for this
opportunity.
opportunity.
Thank you for having us.
Here. This is wonderful.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Coming up on Suncoast FYI, a preview of this year's 18th annual Sarasota Film Festival. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Nancy O'Neill. Held annually in Sarasota, Florida, the Sarasota Film Festival emphasizes the best in cinema alongside exciting programs and events, with more than 180 films screened each year, including features, documentaries, shorts, and kid-friendly picks. And here to tell us more is Director of Programming, Michael Dunaway, and President Mark Familio. And welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
We're so happy to be here today.
This is so exciting.
Well, likewise.
I mean, you must be just over the moon right now with the festival starting on April 1st, right?
I wouldn't use the expression over the moon, but I think that I get your gist, and yes, we are.
All right. Now you have a very exciting opening night coming in, an opening film. Can you tell us about that? Let's start there.
Well, first of all, we're back in the Van Wezel Performing Arts Center this year for the opening night. And man, if you've never seen a movie on a big screen with 1,700 of your closest friends, it is quite an experience. It's not just another night at the movies, I can tell you that.
Okay.
And the film itself is a really special film too. It actually opened the Sundance Film Festival, and now it's opening the Sarasota Film Festival. And it has some Sarasota roots. There are a couple of executive producers that are from Sarasota. So we're very proud to be presenting it, and it's got some fantastic performances from Molly Shannon, who's Saturday Night Live, of course, Bradley Whitford, who everyone is very familiar with, who's been to the festival before, Jesse Plemons, June Squibb, who was nominated for an Oscar a couple of years ago, and it's a story with a lot of laughs, a lot of sadness, some poignancy there. All of it is poignant. It's I think it's going to be a really big hit.
Great.
And that's Friday night.
That's Friday night. Now, Thursday night is our official kickoff.
Okay.
And that has about as big a name as you can get in film, which is?
Sophia Loren. And we're doing it in concert with the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall. And we're very excited about the partnership. But we're really excited about that. We're going to be showing a montage of her life and her film. And we're going to have an interview with a fellow from Entertainment Weekly, which is going to be very, very informative and entertaining. I think there's a couple of tickets left, not many, but we would encourage everyone to get out there on Thursday, March 31st at the Van Wezel Hall for Sophia Loren.
Okay.
I can pretty much guarantee you there's no film festival in America that will have a bigger name kicking off their festival than Sophia Loren.
And we're going to be presenting her. I dare say that I will be presenting her with a tribute and legend award that night. So it's going to be a very, very poignant night for this Mark Familio.
Wonderful. Now, will she be interacting with the audience at all during this?
There'll be some interaction.
Yeah.
I mean, how could she not interact? I mean, I don't know.
She's going to be up on stage, so there'll be
Yes.
questions and answers, or will
Yes,
you be doing
yes.
that?
No, Entertainment Weekly will be doing the interviews,
Okay.
and yeah.
All right, great. And then you have conversations with Rosie Perez coming up about her film 5 Days in Maine.
Right,
Okay.
that's exactly right.
Great film.
Fantastic film. It also stars David Oyelowo, who played Martin Luther King in Selma. Also Diane Wiest, who of course everyone has loved over the years. Yeah, Rosie Perez. Rosie is coming in on Sunday, the 3rd. We're having a conversation with her that evening about not only her role in this movie, but her entire career. And we encourage everybody to come out. You don't get a chance to meet Rosie Perez every day.
Okay, no, you don't. And then you have a lovely luncheon and conversation piece coming up with Olivia Dukakis. And where is that going to be held, and what's that all about?
That's at the fabulous Yacht Club. Again, what better setting for that? This is one of our biggest hits every year.
Okay.
Every year we have this filmmaker luncheon. The UN Women organization helps us give the Impact Award to someone who has had an impact not only on screen but also off.
Okay.
And Olympia certainly fits both those bills and is a legend. And this is your chance to get really up close and personal with her.
Okay, now, a couple quick questions here. You have a new topic for your party this year. What's that?
Mark, do you want to go over that?
Don't
I'm
share
trying
too
to, I'm
much.
trying to be
Keep it a
PC
secret.
about this. You know, typically we have a party on the last Friday of the festival, and it's called Cinema Tropical, and it's always had kind of a Caribbean flair and a tropical flair to it. And our out-of-town guests, filmmakers, and national and international press love it. Well, this year, by popular demand, no one actually told us we had to do it, but I think we're compelled. We're doing Cinema Political, so we're going to be making commentary on the political climate.
So to wrap it up here, big night closing with the team from the congressman.
Yeah.
So we'll learn more about that. But the important thing is now let's find out where our guests can go and find out about tickets.
Well, you can go to
because we wanna know.
SarasotaFilmFestival.com.
Okay.
You can get tickets online. You can also go down to the Regal Hollywood 20 on Main Street, and our box office is open there from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m., 12 noon to 7 p.m.
Okay.
every day.
And one of the great things about the festival is going in person
Yeah.
and having conversations with knowledgeable people in our box office
Programming.
that'll help you curate. And that
Okay.
really is an important aspect.
really know their
And if you're
stuff.
going to do it right, I would
Great.
suggest you do it. I know
Okay.
you've bought tickets.
Yes, I did.
Good.
Great. Well, thank you both for being here today.
Thank
and
you.
I can't wait to experience your extravaganza this year.
Thank you.
Thanks.
wait to see you.
Okay, great. Thanks. Coming up on Suncoast FYI, a night in Oz. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Nancy O'Neill. A Night with the Stars Prom is a special event held in Bradenton, and this year's theme is a night in Oz. And here to tell us more is Julie Audette and Mary Ann McDivitt, and thank you both for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
So I'd like to know a little bit more about this prom that you're having, and who is it for?
It's a prom for special needs residents in Manatee and Sarasota County.
Okay.
They are from the ages of 16 years of age to 80.
Wow. So anybody can attend?
Yes.
That's awesome. And how do you get invited to this wonderful event?
We send invitations out to the facilities in the area and Easter Seals, and then any of the families that may have heard about us, they usually contact us, and then I'll send them an invitation and a release form, and then they email me back that they're coming.
Okay. And can they bring guests with them?
Yeah, they're entitled. They can bring 2 guests with them.
Okay.
We try to limit the guests only because we'd like to have more of our special needs people come, and where space is limited.
Okay. And what year is this? How many years have you been doing
8 years.
This? 8 years. 8 years. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this. I mean, I've seen a video, and everybody's just having such a wonderful time, and without the 2 of you, that wouldn't be taking place. So
It takes a lot more than 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really Marianne and her army. It's a wonderful group
Okay.
of volunteers.
So having volunteers and being that type of organization, what are some of the particular specific needs that you need to create this event?
Well, we're always, we decorate every year a different theme, and being the night at Oz, we needed quite a bit of cardboard and paint, and a lot of artistic people. So that's our most important for the night. And of course, we're always in need of dresses and suits for our guests, because we provide the dresses and their suits.
Okay.
And storage facilities.
All right, so people can donate to you. We'll get to your
Yes.
website at the end, but that's what they can do. They can call you or go to your website, but that's what you need.
Absolutely.
Dresses and suits.
Right. Yes.
I believe larger sizes are always
A need.
in need. Okay, so that's good to keep in mind. And what else does your organization provide for the special needs children in the community?
For the evening, we provide their meal. We provide crowns and tiaras for them as they come in, because they are the kings and queens. And we have a DJ that volunteers their time. And we have photographers that come in and they take pictures. And so they'll have a memory of the evening to go with them.
Great. And Julie, how did you get involved?
Well, I'm actually a parent, and this lady is the one who gets all the credit. Marianne came, we were from the beginning, back when it started 8 years ago at a different church, and then when that was not going to happen anymore, Marianne took over, and she's remarkable. I'm a parent, so that's my job, you know. I live with it daily, but to see someone who's not a parent and take it all on, it's... I just can't say enough about her. She's really unique, and it's an amazing event.
Well, we'd like to know where to find out more about this, so please tell our viewers where they can go and donate.
Absolutely. If you go to our website, www.nightwiththestarsprom.com, or you can go to nwtsprom@gmail.com and contact us. We'll be happy to take any donation you want to give us.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and I hope you've got a lot of people donating to this wonderful cause.
Thank
and
you.
thank
Thank
you
you.
both for doing this and participating.
Thank you for having
Thank you for
us.
having us.
Stay tuned to Suncoast FYI. We'll be right back. That's our show for today, and thank you so much for joining us. If you would like to promote your business or event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. So please call our sales department at 941-361-4239. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and I'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.